Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
We are live.
No, we're not. Well, we are.
We're live, but no
Get rid
noise.
of that. Let's just get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. Let's see what it does.
Okay. All right. Now I think we're live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we've got going on right now? We East Coast Arts. We're coming to you live down here from the Cherry Bomb in Boca Raton, Florida. Brittany Jasinski already jumping up into the chats. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got this is the USSDA Women's National Championship Final between Paula Murphy and Sandy Hudson. Okay? Now, unfortunately, if you notice on the scoreboard, that is not us. That is a problem with the Dark Connect tablet that is up there. For some reason, it is not broadcasting out. I don't plan on jumping up there and in the middle of their match and trying to get things corrected here.
If you saw Troy in the background there, he was trying to keep score manually on paper.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way, but too much is going on at this point. So we're going to leave the darts up.
Not unless I had a big dry erase board stating behind the players, writing down this stuff for you to see right now. But looks like so far that from what I've seen, that Sandy has been in pretty much control of this match. Okay, early on, Paula's been trying to play catch up, but we know with both of these ladies here that it can bounce back and forth pretty easily. This is a best of 7. Again, the United States Sports Dart Association, USSDA Finals out there. And Brittany says that we're echoing.
Shut up, Brittany.
Well, they shoved us into a little small closet here off the main room, but that's all right. We'll get it all cleared out as looked like Sandy just missed a bull. I believe that would have closed out the match. We're not even able to pull up the codes or anything else along our lines. Again, it's just not broadcasting right now from that tablet for some reason. Now, we do know that the other matches and everything for the rest of the week will be through digital steel, so hopefully we will not have that problem any other time. But now, give you a little bit about if you're unfamiliar with these competitors here. That from what I understand, and getting from the USSDA tournament director, that this best of 7 national championship that apparently Sandy just.
I'm looking for a shirt because I already is right. Oh, get your ketchup and napkin and everything. Okay, you didn't need anything else?
Was there some range? Sorry, we just had our food delivery because it's lunchtime and we hungry. But looks like Sandy won the first leg on there.
Cork every leg in this.
It is a cork
final.
every leg, yes. Okay. Paula's probably going to ask our scorekeeper to pull that one maybe, or try and utilize it as a guide. Early stages here, both of them, he'll pull them both. But from our tournament director, talking about the 2 ladies here, I know that Sandy, okay, Sandy is an 8-time national champ, where Paula is a 13-time national champ. This is the 3rd meeting between these 2 ladies in the Cricket Nationals. And 5th overall. They've also met 2 times in 501 finals as well. So I know that they know each other very well. So Matt just grabbed a piece of paper from me and from his actions.
Do my best here and do my best.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna be keeping the scores manually here, trying to give you updates on everything. So
good old-fashioned chalk.
Yeah, good old-fashioned chalk since our Dark Connect bit is not going.
If you can see this.
Oh, it's all good. I'll get periodic updates from you here in a moment.
Really put my math skills to the test.
Yes.
That's a trip. I can't.
That's a 4 mark. It looks like on 19s there. So taking a little bit of an early advantage, probably get Paula going over to the 18s or okay, wanting to stay down there at the bottom at the 17s. We will let you know also that we will be bringing to you, hopefully with the Dart Connect scoreboard, the the semifinals and finals on the men's side. Again, this is USSDA National Championships coming to you live from the 14th annual. I'm gonna have to double check that. Cherry Bomb. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say what annual it is. All right, how about just this? The 2023 Cherry Bomb International coming to y'all live here, Boca Raton, Florida.
The single?
Yeah. In conjunction with the Broward County Dart Association, Treble 18. Moving on, just going over to the 15s. Got a pair of those. So at this point right here, in case you're wondering, Sandy has 20s down to 17s closed, a pair of 15s, and 19 points on the scoreboard. Where Paula has only got 20s and 18s closed off, and now the 15s. But she's needing those trebles. I just shut off the 15s there for her. Again, for everybody joining and watching, hope that you're enjoying. Oh, and that is a killer third dart right there into that treble 16. You know, shuts down everything and forced Paula to go after the bull. Beautiful first dart double. Again, this is a best of 7. We are on leg number 2 as she closes out the bull's eyes. But he gives Sandy a pretty solid advantage here. You know, free reign to just go straight at the bulls and double with the first dart. And boom, just like that, that is game number 2 in the books for Sandy Hudson. You know, leading 2-0 in this best of 7. Now, whenever we get onto the men's side out there, the men are playing a best of 5, and because of the number of individuals that entered into the tournament today, they started off with the initial thought was going to be a double elimination tournament, playing best of 5s or best of 7s. But we only had 20 total entrants on the men's side and 7 on the women's side. So what they decided to do was a round robin format and then seeding following that. You know, some of the various men's names and everything, we'll get those to you. Right now we are concentrating on the women as Paula is going to take off, starting off on this third leg. Four mark on the 20s.
Oh, see, I told you.
Can you give me a link on the string?
All right. All right, sorry folks, I had to step away for a second there. The tournament director was coming up. It looks like the men's semifinal matches are advancing a little bit quicker than what we thought, and I think that they're going to go ahead and start off there. Nice little 5 mark on the 17s there by Sandy. Just kind of give you a quick update if I can. Paula's got 20s, 19s, 18s closed, whereas Sandy's got 19s, 18s, and 17s closed. And Paula's currently, prior to this leg, looks like 2 scored right there for 40 points. I think her board just rotated a little.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Paula's sitting on 340 points with 20s being able to score on, and Sandy's sitting on 331 being able to score on the 17s.
Does need to close 20s.
Yeah, the 20s, and I think she's going to stay on the 17s, knowing Paula's proficiency for being able to. It was a beautiful little 85 points scored right there on the 17s. Puts her up to 416 over 340. And this level right here, it's whoever misses a point could affect it. So there's 80 scored there. Yeah, it's just going to be a matter, I think, of who is doing what and everything. Only a single 17. That might open the door a little bit for Paula to take a shot down at the 17s, even though she's only got a 7-point lead. All right, she decided to go ahead and stay up there to the 20s. Glancing down at them now. Yep, took a shot to try and close 40 more points, giving a bit of an advantage. 480 plays 433 as Sandy's still battling away on the 17s. Needs to find that trip and goes a little wry over into the deuce. For everyone that's joining us, thank you all for joining us. I know you got other options to go out on this wonderful Friday. That I'm glad that you're deciding to spend them here with us. As Paula closes off the 17s and setting up 500 points now, it's going to force Sandy to shift over to the 16s or 15s at this point. And a great first start right into the treble. Readjusting to get a little better view. Oh, and just kicked a little off that flight into the trip 7. Paula's still up 17 points. Decides to go at the 20s. Keep that point lead. A little severe thunderstorm and hail action happened up in the Philadelphia area as Paula scored another 2 20s. It's 64 points there and a single 20 up there for Sandy. She took a shot trying to close off the 20s as she's, she was only 7 clear points. There's Paula.
Good cricket match.
Oh, it's a good back and forth battle. Each one of them knowing that they mess up. So current point totals, Paula's sitting at 600 compared to Sandy. Well, got a nice trip. 64 more added on. Puts her total at 611. So she does have that point advantage. Oh, only 20 scored. Sandy will still have to get some points first as she's down 611 to 620.
Yeah, but 116 and 220s, and she's got control of the game.
And she's looking up there. Single 20. Just verifying with the scorekeeper. Oh,
Sandy.
Yeah.
627 to 620 now.
627 plays. 620. Sandy got 2 20s, under her belt. Paula electing to stay up there. believe that's 60 scored.
That's the other fun part is it's our camera right, and we're catching everything.
Yeah.
Nice triple.
Oh. She may take a shot up there.
Yeah, she's gonna close to the last.
Yep.
That ends the 20s.
Closed off the 20s. And that 48 scored there. And forces Paula over to the 15s. Beautiful 6 mark. Nice. Staying right there with it. You know, gives her a 40-point advantage. And y'all can see why both of these ladies are here in this final. I think that's
a trip.
And the board kind of tweaked just a touch. Well, we'll be able to determine if we see what Paula does here on the 15s. 2 single 15s. And looks like a...
I think she snuck that in there.
Looked like a trip. They're having a little problem with the board twisting on them. That I guess somebody didn't get it tight enough. Like 5/16s.
I think we're at. Impossible to tell without disrupting them. And the cameras are good. They're not perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's why we would normally have the Dart Connect set up, everything else across the board. But again, that tablet they're utilizing there for some reason is not broadcasting out. Unfortunately, Sandy taking an opportunity, felt something a little loose with the darts, readjust, going back to the 16s. 2 16s, build that point total, puts more pressure on Paula. Need to find a couple of trebles. That's a single set or single deuce right there. Hey, and it looks like we have got a scoreboard update on there. It's bouncing back and forth, so it's going to catch up with us real quick, hopefully.
Looks like someone just paid their bill.
Yeah. Wasn't us. The tablet just decided to start working. You know?
Thank
so,
the Lord.
Yeah, Matt was struggling with his brain right there.
I'm out of room on the paper.
Man, that's nice. You know, somebody turned the Wi-Fi on, apparently.
I'm patting myself on the back real hard right now because these scores coming in are exactly what I'm writing. So
Oh,
I at least
beautiful 8 mark right there by Paula. Trip 15, trip 16, and a double bull.
This has been an unbelievable leg by both ladies.
Yeah, both of them.
Up near 1,000 points. Constant action.
And this is only the third leg in a best of 7. And now we got that tablet going, and boom, just like that, it is 2 legs to 1. And again, they're going to be corking back to see who starts up the next leg.
I can talk again. Thank God.
Yeah, Matt was even had his phone ready to start punching the stuff in and keeping the score himself out there.
You got to keep everyone entertained.
Yep. Trying to do our best to get the information out there to you, but we are limited.
Thank God you closed the lid to that food because I was staring at it like, well, everyone's going to hear me chew.
Yeah, we're going to wait on snacking on our lunch until after this match. And it looks like Sandy takes that, so she will be jumping in and starting this first leg, or third leg.
I'll do that after too.
Yeah.
Add some gain on there.
Fourth leg underway here. Again, Sandy Hudson. Sandy, again, is a 5-time cricket champ. Okay. Or, I'm sorry, 8-time cricket champion. You know, national champion for USSDA. playing out of South Carolina area, whereas Paula, playing out of Jacksonville, Florida area, is a 13-time national champion.
I forget, the tournament director was telling us before this match. I believe this is the 8th time they've squared off in the finals.
Well, it's actually, I was double checking with them. This is the 3rd time in the National Cricket Championship and the 5th overall out there. So,
Congratulations to both ladies making it this far.
yeah.
If the room was any indication of how well these two women were shooting, tough room.
Well, anytime you're playing for a national championship, yeah, I might need that.
You're definitely gonna need it.
Yeah.
No, third dart triple there.
Good set, a good 5 mark, shutting down the 19s, taking a little bit of an early lead in this leg.
Sandy really seems to have control of the bottom of the board. It's a little wayward up top sometimes, but when she's downstairs, she's really hammering away at triples. Yep.
So again, for everybody out there joining us, watching everything, we appreciate everything that you are doing. Don't forget to hit those like and share buttons. Okay, and Sandy, good move right there. I like that move. Go back a little bit of extra points on there. Puts more pressure on Paula working on these 18s.
Hey, nobody has ever lost cricket with more points.
True. As you can see, both these ladies, for the match so far, Sandy throwing a 3.6 and Paula throwing a 3.4. You know, I know a lot of my friends would be happy with those numbers.
I average about half of what these women are doing.
That is a solid close right there on the 18s from Sandy.
Got to click that.
Yeah. I got to keep it up on Matt. You know, he didn't click the proper little thing, so if anybody's been chatting with us on Facebook or Twitch or anything else like that,
Oh, no, Twitch we have.
yeah,
but
there
we
he
go.
goes. Brittany Trumpers jumping in there. Yes.
We better
All
see
right.
you tomorrow.
And Frank Gorham, yes, that's me. Okay. Now that
Francois, they call him.
oh, Francois Gorham. As again, Sandy being able to peg those triples, you know, not allowing Paula in this leg to capitalize early enough. And Brittany Trumper said that she's gonna see us tomorrow. Come on down.
Hope we see her on stream.
Yeah, try and get you on there. As Paul is able to close out the 15s and get a little bit of points. And Sandy's throwing, just go ahead and shut it down. And at this point, I don't know, she may go to bulls or she may go ahead and go back up. I think she's eyeing the, well, initially she was eyeing the bullseye. Wasn't sure if she would go there or maybe to try and get some more points. Oh, she does go to points.
Triple check.
Francois. But again, for everybody out there, you know, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, we're here for you. All right.
Single bowl. Paul's in trouble here. Sandy a chance to close, take a 3-1 lead. They are corking every leg. Huge advantage going first. Oh, missed the bowl, but still is going to get some points. Follows up with a double bowl.
And
Needs at least a 5 mark to take a point lead.
I gotta adjust my chair because Matt keeps rolling his right into my
I
knee.
swear I'm like downhill. I'm trying really hard to keep my feet down, and I'm sliding on the tablecloth we have, and just like that, 5 marks. She's got a point lead
5
now.
bulls right there does not take the advantage
I
on the
forgot
points.
she didn't have it closed.
Sandy need 1 bull to go up 3-1, and boom, just like that, taking that 3-1 lead.
Who's that playing? Poland, Lithuania. Yeah. Keeping our updates on the
PDC
World Cup
well.
of Darts. As what do Leonard and Jules need? A 4-2 win for a 3-way tie.
If they get a 4-2 win later today against Denmark. It ended up with a a three-way tie between them, Denmark, Austria, and then they end up got to go into like crazy tiebreakers.
But a 4-1 win, they're in.
4-1 or 4-0, and I think yes, they would be in based off of leg differentials out there.
American Dart Matt?
American.
Is he talking about me?
Maybe.
I am much better at American because Frank just found out a couple weeks ago in Philly.
All right, here we go. Getting underway here on leg number 5. Sandy taking the lead.
Going first, too. Big advantage when you're trying to close. She's going to start off with 4.
Never hurts.
Ooh, close start. Also, I'll apologize if you hear a ticker. The light that we have in our room is on a timer that we are constantly rewinding.
It's they put us in this little concrete bunker thing, so in case there's a tornado or a hurricane, at least we're going to be safe.
We will be safe.
Okay.
The light may go out, but we'll be safe.
Yeah, but it's well, the guys that streamed last year, they probably know they were in the same room, but it's a little 30-minute timer here that counting down, tick, 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 tick in the background. Hopefully nobody's hearing that, really. We appreciate all the support that we've gotten from the staff here, helping us out, getting the board set up.
Bringing our food.
Yeah. And a great organization and a really nice hotel, nice location, here at the Embassy Suites, the Hilton Embassy Suites here in Boca Raton, Florida, here for the 2023 Cherry Bomb International.
Invitational does have a good ring to it, too.
It does, but then that would mean only certain people get to go in to it. But Sandy's got a little early advantage, here in this 5th leg. And a lot better advantage now by closing out those 19s. And it allows Paula's going to have to shift over to find a new little house to build upon. And just like previously, she was going back down to the 17s.
Sandy's really done well at applying pressure, making Paula shoot at triples, never get comfortable.
I know both of these ladies through the years, they obviously know each other as having played together as many times as they have, or against one another, and maybe even partnered up. But
It'd be a scary team to play.
yes, it would. I mean, both of them averaging, well over the 3s, for this cricket. Even though this leg, they both seem to be struggling just a touch. Okay? But yes, Sandy is shooting fire there, Michael. But, and I like this, going back, adding 40 more points on as well, putting even more pressure after closing out the 17s. Both these ladies, I am sure they know each other's game and style and everything very well, as this is the 2023 USSDA National Championship Women's Finals. Coming to you live here at the 2023 Cherry Bomb in Boca Raton. We are East Coast Darts, okay? Hey, we love doing the stream. We're glad that we were offered the opportunity to come down here and do this. And in case you don't know, that is Matt Forkin,
Hi.
the producer, and I am Troy Colin. We thank everybody for joining us.
Big 5 mark there.
And that was big.
It's going to need a few more of those.
Probably going to shut that down. I think she's going back. Yep, going back up there for a little bit more points. And yes, we are going to be streaming later today, starting at 5 o'clock East Coast time, is the women's 501 Pro Shoot, and starting at 5:30 is the men's Pro Shoot. We'll be streaming some of those matches, and then kicking off tomorrow early at 10:30 in the morning. Starting off with, I believe, mixed doubles, singles, men's, women's doubles out there. So make
Whole
sure
lot of 501 tomorrow.
make sure you set up your notifications here so you know when we are on. As we are down firing at the bulls, and Sandy stepping up, needing 3 bulls for the title. Beautiful first dart. Can she use that as a guide for the next ones? Single, having it just over just a bit.
Get in there.
And there it is. Game, shot, and the match. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your 2023 USSDA National Championship, Women's National Championship, which is now makes her a 9-time national champion, Sandy Hudson. And along with that, Miss Paula Murphy. Great job, great run. Man, what a great match, and congratulations to her on her second place as well. So, get out there. Some of our little sponsors that you see, individuals throw and play and everything else along the lines. But we're going to go and talk with the tournament director to see about the next matches coming up. So we're going to keep the stream here just like this, so make sure that you don't go anywhere. But this is a great opportunity for you to go out and tell all your friends and everything to jump on and start watching. And we'll be back in just a few.
Troy checking in on where we're going with our next semifinal. Yes, Michelle, that is Troy. If you're tuning in, it'll be me and Troy all weekend, and we will be good to go, showing darts, great matches. I'm going to step back into a pause here. Just wanted to check my microphone since we're in close quarters. And it's looking like we're getting Danny Baggish next. Let's find out who is after Danny.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next. Oh, not that one. Why does he have that on there? He punched in the wrong stuff. Cricket. That's the setup I'm looking for right there, as they're getting their obligatory little pre-photos on there. But coming up next, we do have semifinals here. Semifinals on the men's side. We have Danny Baggish going up against Seth Morrow. Okay. Danny, a lot of people know him, prior PDC tour card holder. You know, remember the CDC, everything and all. Seth Morrow plays out of the Gainesville, Florida area. Don't know a whole lot about him, but the field that we've got here, if he came through this field that we had today, he's going to be shooting really well. Now, on this is the men's side. Again, this is a best of 5. Best of 5. And it is part of the Cricket National Championships as well, too. So, I know all of these guys are going to be firing in very well. I don't know if we're going to have a scorekeeper. I think that's one thing that they might be working on, is getting a scorekeeper. But, as both guys are continuing a little bit on their warm-up. All right, and we do have game on. It looks like Danny is going to start off on the first leg. You know, again, for this being a best of 5. And yes, Miss Shaggy, it is me, Troy. I'm sorry that you're having to work today. Wish y'all were on your way down here to visit and play some darts with us. As Danny, uncharacteristically, only 2 single 20s.
Bad bounce out.
Yeah, he did have a bounce out there. But Seth, unable to capitalize. And that will definitely give Danny, and he'll probably stay up there pointing. There's a nice little
5.
good answer on the 5 mark there. Now, Danny, he finished his matches a little bit earlier, and also he has actually been setting for a few minutes. You know, back there waiting while the other brackets were working towards catching up. You know.
Well, we came down for the breakfast buffet fairly early this morning. He was the only one in the hall warming up shooting, so he's used to the long days.
Yeah. And I've already talked with him. I did speak with him earlier about potentially coming back here for a little while, getting on the microphone and talking. And Will Stewart says, yeah, he can hear the light timer, and you know what we're talking about. You were stuck in the same room last year.
It's funny, you stop talking for a second, I can see the mic just
tick,
clipping.
tick, 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 tick. There's a beautiful 9 mark there by the gambler. 18s, 16s, and 15s are done. He is definitely putting on the pressure right there.
So I know this. Nicole and his son are sitting back there. I was trying to show his support system.
Okay.
They're just off camera, unfortunately.
Yep. And I believe Nicole also has their dog here, too.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be comfortable.
And just like that, that is the first leg, you know, under the belt, going to Danny Baggish.
Casual 5-1.
Yeah, that's all. But his point total dropped, only hitting 3 bulls there. Again, this is the USSDA National Championships. This is the men's semifinals. They went through a round-robin format earlier, you know, to essentially rank everybody, you know, from all the competitors, and then they went into a knockout round.
And go figure, a round-robin format. And, of course, there's a murder group.
Yeah, there was one group that included Danny Baggish, Kevin Luke, and Peter Stewart Jr. in there, in which I believe Kevin Luke is in the other semifinals. So that's tough whenever you're breaking out of that group.
7 mark there.
Yeah, Seth's starting to find his way into the triples a little bit better.
Got a very Michael Peter-esque look to him, Seth.
Yeah, the remnants of the Slim Reaper himself.
You're going to have to find a way to pair these two next time Michael makes it down.
Or we get Seth to head up north to Philly events.
Either one.
You want some of that?
Just going to take all the bacon bites that you left.
Oh, tough little last, but still a 4 mark on the 20s, as this is a battle back and forth on the points. It's going to be a matter of who makes a mistake first. Is that what Seth's nickname is, Scarecrow? Yeah, I'm just trying to find out. The real Seth Merrow from Gainesville, Florida.
Kind of like that. Slim Reaper and the Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something out of a Rob Zombie movie.
For all of y'all joining in, appreciate it. I know you got other options to do on these weekdays and such, or some of you just got it thrown up in the corner of your monitor at work, acting like you're doing real work, but we enjoy that y'all are watching here with us. Oh, Batman. I don't know, with the hair slicked back, he might look a little bit more like the Joker. As he is able to take a little bit of advantage, close out the 19s, but Danny firing back on 5-18s. Scarecrow. Batman. Okay, which one is it?
Scarecrow's the villain in Batman.
Okay.
Allowed me to show my nerd IQ.
Yes, I remember. I have a little bit of that as well too. But that's a good little point battle back and forth. And yes, I've seen the character. Does he have the mask that he wears to the burlap sack mask? And if he did, anytime he wore that, we would put him on stream.
Gotta be hard to shoot with that mask on.
And Danny was able to fire back and shut down any point opportunities for Seth, but
He's just in full control of the game right now.
He's behind on points, needing to hit a trip,
But he's not letting it get
and
away
just
from him.
like that on cue. Go figure. Closed out the 17s and taken the point lead. Well, definitely after a tough first leg for Seth, he was definitely fighting back. I like that. All right, Michael's already thrown out his bit, saying that he feels like Danny's going to win the match. We'll see. He's got a good, comfortable lead, but there's one good thing about this is, normally yes, the cream rises to the top, but also in a short format of best of 5, sometimes anything can happen.
Although a Baggish Luke final really set the tone for the weekend.
That it would, but wouldn't be surprised if there aren't multiple of those. I'm sure that there's a number of people in the crowd that are wanting to see their favorites out. As a 5 mark by Seth, getting some points on the 16s, took a shot at the 18s. You know what? I'm not sure about that. I'm going to try and get the copy of the bracket
Which is being done on paper today.
On paper. Unfortunately, we don't have access to it unless we go out there and talk with the tournament director for the USSDA. But I did mention to him that during the finals, I'd like to, once he's done with his little bits out there, I'd love to be able to get him in here and talk with him about USSDA, about the tournament, and plus we can give you a full rundown of how the entire day went, as both players just pounding points back and forth again. It's just good stuff. Good stuff, back and forth.
Gonna need some triples here.
Oh, and those two are not gonna help him. Oh,
Oh,
and
seven's. Oh, sorry, eight's closed.
yeah, he closed the eights, and I don't think those are apart. And Bagger shuts off that little playhouse. Tries to go back for more points. Unfortunately, only hits a single three there. You know, I like the play going back for the points.
Two triples here can tie the game. He's high again on these darts. Seems to be shooting top wire down.
Wait, I just noticed we got Mike Maloney in the chat also. Hulk Smash himself. You know, if people don't know who Mike Maloney is, then you don't know darts, because outstanding players, especially on the soft tip side. You know. But I also know he plays good steel too. You know.
We also have our Larry Wiz Philadelphia cricket champion in the chat.
Mike Campagna.
Man loves his pizza as much as he loves his darts.
Or as I called him, Champagne Mike. Yeah.
That's a good one. I might make him start doing that.
Right. Mike, you got to get into the steel side. I know you love your soft tip. You know, I was able to watch an outstanding finals match between you and Leonard Gates recently, in which I believe you won that, and congrats as well. But we're down to the Bulls here. Seth needing to pull out some, and he does so with a nice little four bull action right there. But it may not going to be enough, as Danny is needing just 3 bulls. He does catch a stray 18 in there. Adds in a little bit more points. Okay. Danny needing 2 bulls to close out the match. Not able to find it. Not sure if he's going to... Yeah, he's still going at it. Gets one of them in. You know, however, this does give Seth the opportunity. Need one more bull. And he goes double right there.
We got a game
You
now.
know? Mike's saying that he doesn't travel much with the 3 boys out there. And get them boys some darts and get them involved in the games too.
Youth events?
Yeah. As we are locked up now 1-1. Yeah. Any little thing. It looked like early on that Danny had a little bit of an advantage, but Seth
Starting to heat up.
plowed his way back in, took control, and yeah.
I feel like once the prediction was made, Baggage stopped missing the triples. We gotta adjust that board. It's a little wobbly. I assume, Camp, when you say this dude, you mean Seth.
Well, I mean, they gotta see, they gotta be nasty in this level here. I mean, great shooters, you know, make it through these fields. Yeah.
I think the word's getting out as our viewer count continues to climb here.
Yeah.
Excuse the ticking. No, that's not a bomb. That's just the timer on our light.
Mm-hmm. Two 20s and a 16 there for the gambler. Closing those out. I'm glad we got the.
Oh, Camp, you're right and you're wrong. It is the Lithuania and
Bahrain right now.
Bahrain. I'm sure when Canada or the United States get up, the viewers will drop, but I don't blame you. We'll be watching too.
They can multitask. They can multitask.
Which we talked about a little bit earlier. Hi, Mark.
9 Mark from Seth. Oh, great darts.
Those not following along with the World Cup, if the United States wins 4-2, there is a 3-way tie in Group F.
And then they got to go to funky tiebreakers that I don't know. Somebody else would have to check it.
4-0 or 4-1 U.S. And they advance to the top 16. Something to look forward to. I think they're plugged for a 4:30 start time. We'd stream it on here, but, you know, copyright and lawsuits and all that stuff.
And we'd, like, have to change their names, you know, to, like, Jerry Van Duggar and, you know, Lenny Greats or something, you know. Trying to be politically correct and all everything.
Lates.
You know, we'll just call him Double 13.
5:45 for U.S. Canada's on at 4:30. Thank you, Brittany. You will not hurt our feelings if you leave this stream to go support North America. We actually highly encourage you to.
Nice little 7 mark by Danny on the 15s. As both these guys, you know, living in the triples.
Strong leg from both of them.
I mean, currently both players shooting, you know, well north of 4s.
While having to move, too. It's not like they're unloading on one number. All over the triple, just can't find one.
Yeah, he took a chance closing out the 18s before getting the point lead. Let me see what kind of pressure that puts on Seth. Closed it out. Looks like 4 bulls to 3 bulls.
Danny really playing this point management strategy.
And that's the game right there. That's the 4 bulls that he needed.
Paid off in this leg. Second leg, it cost him.
Yeah. He takes that 2-1 lead in this best of 5.
Cork every leg, so Seth misses just outside. Danny with a chance to go first. And he will.
Hey, it's that round thing in the middle. How hard is it?
I just throw a triple 20. It somehow finds its way toward bullseye.
Yeah, somebody needs to tighten that board up.
We'll check on that after this. I don't know if I didn't check it earlier. Has it got the screws in the back?
I'm not sure with the what is that? One of the Target Asper darts?
Looks like it.
Let's go right here.
I think we got a few no doors in the hall. We may have to swap one out. Just because they got the adjustment in the back.
Yeah.
Close 20 to start. As someone's calling Troy to remind them about their extended warranty on their car.
Yeah.
Five mark there by Seth. Takes an early point lead. And now it's gone. Drink coasters? For what? This is a hotel, Michelle. This is not the bars that we go to that are abundant in coasters.
Shove a piece of cardboard behind it, you know. Duct tape it.
Where's Kevin when you need him?
Uh-huh. What's the old adage? You only need two things, duct tape and WD-40.
Fixes most things.
Hey, if it moves and it's not supposed to, duct tape. If it doesn't move and it's supposed to, WD-40.
Seth is just unloading on 19.
Both of these guys are hitting the trips really well.
I don't know if that's a good strategy, though, just letting Danny shoot at 20. He's going to throw his last one over at the 18, get a head start.
Well, potential of opening up another scoring house if Seth kills off these 20s real quick.
It's just 2. He's checking with the officiator of this match. And that's closed.
Is Danny now adjusting over to 18s, get some points there. Rip it in half or something, I don't care.
Oh, it's
or
2
eat
of
it.
them there, actually.
Yep.
Would you look at that?
Yeah. We're going to have to get somebody out there possibly after this match before the next semifinals to get that straightened out as Danny, ooh, after 2 beautiful trip 18s, not able to find the trip 19.
Oh, 19s are done now. And he takes a point lead. That was a good switch. He cuts off the 18. He manages the points now. AirPods.
Yeah, he's throwing with AirPods in.
We don't make the rules. We don't enforce them. We just turn cameras on and talk about the matches happening. Go back to work, Worm.
No, stay on, watch with us, and then don't forget to hit those likes and shares and everything else. So still a great battle back and forth between both these guys, and we appreciate all of you tuning in, watching, joining up here, as both of them are still continuing to hit points, close numbers, best of 5. Baggish currently up. Danny's currently up 2 legs to 1 on Seth Morrow. Seth out of Gainesville, Florida. Scarecrow.
I like that. I actually like that a
Yeah.
lot.
Coming to you live here. This is the USSDA Men's National Championship semifinals for cricket. Our next semifinals coming up soon. At the conclusion of this, and then we will also be bringing you the finals, and then later on all the rest of the action continues here from the 2023 Cherry Bomb International here in Boca Raton, Florida. Yes, it's a tough gig. They hired us up to come to Florida and talk about darts.
Hey,
You know,
it's still on the East Coast. I'm not complaining. I didn't have to go to Texas. That's your territory.
nothing wrong with Texas.
There's nothing wrong with Texas. I don't have to fly, though. I just have to ship a computer.
Mm-hmm. Seth trying to find, he needs to find a couple of trips. Michael's talking about you bet on Maloney to beat Baggish in that one event. Is that for
Soft tip?
Well, it had to have been for soft tip since Hulk Smash, as Mike Maloney is known as, says he only plays soft tip. I think that might have been at the Bull Shooter Championships that happened recently.
Is that in Houston or Chicago?
It was in, I believe, the Chicago area. The Booyah Cup.
I can see that ticker popping up on the mic.
Yeah.
I'll adjust that.
We're not going to talk to Brittany Jasinski anymore during this feed. As Seth, firing in 4 bulls. I think there was a discussion there, was it 3 bull or 4 bull? And from our vantage, it was a 4 bull shot.
It was a little cockeyed one that went into the double.
Yeah.
One day we'll be fancy enough to have replay.
Well, let's just
Maybe
go ahead and
even
do
Cooper's
this. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong button there. As Danny is needing 2. Oh, and tough bounce out right there.
Yeah, I didn't set you up.
I hit. Yeah, he didn't set me up. Okay.
We found out it was cricket about 7 minutes before we started and didn't have a tablet.
Well, that moves him ahead on points and a 17 to take the leg. And that is 3-1, right? Or 2-2, excuse me. So we're going the distance. We're going for speed.
Got that?
All right, so cricket.
That's the bull there.
Okay. So we're underway here on this 5th and final leg, best of 5. Danny Baggish, Seth Morrow. That's just great darts back and forth. Enjoy this. I don't know what awesome song that you were talking about. Hopefully we're not picking up any of the background noise, background music. We do not own any copyrights for that.
Shouldn't be.
Maybe it's a song of the light ticker. That's going to be our running joke apparently all weekend long. She was talking about my Going the Distance song. Going for speed. Well, they're going for trebles. I would sing, but then our viewer count would plummet. You can see the disappointment right there on Seth, missing the 19s for the points. Danny electing to go with the 18s to try and open up his new house. Gives Seth the opportunity. He's going to have to fire in some 19s himself to get back ahead on the point total. But we know that both of these guys can hit all kinds of trips. After a disappointing first leg that Danny took pretty easily, Seth battled his way back, taking 2 of the next 3. So that's why we are here in this 5th and final leg for the semifinals for USSDA National Championship.
It's been a good final.
Oh yeah,
Semifinal.
Been a great semifinal here, And it's interesting that Danny went after 18s and 17s before getting points back, and now he's actually gone and closed the 19s. That's going to put some different pressure on Seth. Does he go to try and close 18s and 19s, or does he go to work towards, setting up another house he can point in? And he chose this latter option there.
Might have thrown 1 at 18.
Yeah. That's maybe that thought process is why we're sitting back here commentating and they're out there playing.
Oh well, I would have been out. No, I wouldn't have been out first round because there was a round robin. So I
Yes.
would at least made it into the group stage. I mean,
Yeah.
the bracket stage.
Yeah. And yeah, he is kind of boxing him in, but it was a great answer there on the 16s by Seth, which now forced Danny to try and battle back for some points. And he does look like he's looking up at those 18s now. Couple of singles. Oh, and Wayward on the third dart. And he knows what that could mean.
Fired a high fat one and just got away from him.
Well, he was trying to avoid kicking into off the flight into a 4 or anything else, and pushed it just a little bit too high.
5 mark there.
That gets Danny back in the point lead, forcing Seth to go back over to the 16s. Yeah, by keeping him closed in on 1 or 2 specific numbers, that he if you force a person to just constantly throw at just one number, that can make it difficult for them to all of a sudden, now I got to switch over to something else. As Danny firing in 6 17s, taking a 72-point lead, 73.
It's a good close there.
He's still a little bit behind on points. Danny choosing to go to the Bulls instead of the 16s. I mean, pretty much the way to get out of that is you just have to hit your number that you've got for points.
And not the one variety.
And Seth
4s and 5s.
knows how important those 3 darts right there were. With Danny winning darts in his hand, looking for the treble 15 for the match.
Just
Oh,
Seth's going to need some type of
he
9 mark here for some life.
9 mark would be good. 7 mark would at least get him in a point lead. With 60 extra points, needs to find another treble, and
Right
just
there.
kicks off the barrel. Just kicks off the barrel as Danny's stepping up, needing 2 single 15s for the match. And there you have, moving on into the final, the gambler, Danny Baggish. Get rid of that. And we'll get in there, get things set up for our next match. And also, don't you go anywhere, folks. We're going to have our next semifinals coming up here in just a few moments. All right, folks. We are back now for our next semifinals. Got, I'm hitting the wrong button. There, that one. Between Kevin Luke going up against Seth, excuse me, McGrain. Or Mark McGrain. I said Seth. It's Mark. My bad. My apologies, folks. Okay. So, transition over to that. Get over there. Yeah, there's our scoreboard proper and everything set up like that. Okay. So, both players set up, good to go. Our producer Matt off running around in the background as Mark off to a very solid early start. 7 marks, 5 marks, putting a lot of pressure on Kevin early on as Mark playing out of the St. Lucie area here in Florida. Another one just had to travel just a little bit down the road. Good for everybody joining us. Thank you all for joining us, watching, everything else along the lines. As we got our semifinals here, the USSDA National Championships, coming to you live here in Boca Raton, Florida. As we're well underway, and Mark just throwing some solid darts just to start off here. Trying to put a quick finish to this first leg. Commanding point lead and numbers closed. But I know Kevin's not going to give up easy on him. I don't know what happened if Matt changed anything on our feeds. Hopefully everything else is still going well. Yeah. Had to kick it on over as Matt's now rejoined us.
Thought I kicked it back for you.
Yeah. But again, Mark McGrain playing out of the Florida area here, going up against Kevin Luke. And again, Mark has just started off on fire.
I wonder if we lost something.
I just checked Facebook. It's still good. All right. Hopefully everybody still has us out there. We were able to finally switch over from utilizing the Wi-Fi to kicking into a hardline cable. So if you're out there, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, just let us know. Make sure that we're that you're still hearing us properly and all. Make sure everything is still feeding through properly.
Twitch is good. Twitch is fine.
So is Facebook. And through a battle back of points. Oh. And that's the game right there with the 7 mark for Mark. A 7 mark for Mark.
7 marks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live on everything, I guess.
Everyone just wanted to see Baggish.
Yeah, seems like that. Everybody was watching Danny Baggish, and then everybody dropped off, and nobody wanted to watch this. Maybe because it's Kevin Luke. I don't know. Kevin's a good guy, but good thing is get to see another youngster here with Mark, as he is starting off strong. Probably gonna, just back up to the 20s. 5 mark there. Takes a little bit of an early lead and jumping out there.
Very good form.
Yeah, he
right
does.
through at his target. Not a lot of motion.
Again, this is the second semifinal. The winner of this will move on to the individual that we just saw in our last semifinals. The winner of that was Mr. Danny Baggish. As Mark's closing out the 19s and closes out the 18s as well, forcing Kevin down to the 17s. And again, this is a best of 5.
Nothing through yet. Maybe just the feed died.
I'm not sure.
It doesn't look like anything's coming up.
Oh, no, everything is going up. It's just our viewer count here is incorrect. Yeah. We've got a nice little round of 9 right there by Kevin. Firing off, getting points on 17s and shutting down the 20s. And just good, solid, consistent throwing here from Mark. This is the first time I've ever had an opportunity to watch him play. Now, Kevin, I do know a little bit better. He and I will be doing a little team throwing together at end of July down in ADA Nationals in Dallas. I was lucky enough to be picked up on that team.
It's a good addition for them. Troy's been firing the last 2 years.
And that's another 9. That's 8 because he had 2 17s, but 8 mark there by Mark, taking a nice jump on this lead. But again, for everybody out there, we appreciate all of y'all jumping in, joining in with us. If you are chatting out there with us on the streams, I'll let you know. It looks like our chat guide is a little bit messed up right now. So if you are chatting with us and we're not responding to your chats, apologize for that. We'll make sure that we get things set up as again, Mark takes the second leg, averaging for the match right now a nice little 4.2. As we're underway here on the third on this potential best of 5. Well, it's not a potential best of 5. It is a best of 5.
Potential 5-legger.
Potential 5-legger. Yeah, that's what we'll go with there. And both guys starting off with 5 marks in their respective
Innings. Whatever you want to call it.
yeah, targets of choice.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I know we're going to get one leg eventually where they shoot a 20 and 19 for about 45 minutes.
And that's very much a potential. They keep going back and forth.
Mark's just cruising along here.
Mm-hmm. Both of them are hitting points, hitting trebles very well.
Like he's picking a triple every trip to the line.
And Kevin's still firing away, getting points back on the 20s. And yeah, it does look like our our chat lines are down there. We'll see if we can get that taken care of and corrected prior to the next leg or the next match. But this again, the USSDA men's semifinals here, national championships for cricket. Winner of this will move on to the finals to play against the gambler, Mr. Danny Baggish.
Oh well.
And don't worry, folks. It's not anything. It's just us enjoying the matches, watching a little bit here and there, back and forth. You know, I know all of y'all are watching, and sometimes we just get awestruck by the darts thrown like that nice little 7 mark that Kevin just threw. You know, he's battling his way back in as well. Closes off the 15s, you know, and now it's pretty much down to the Bulls. Mark's gonna adjust over and tweak just a touch.
Guess we'll just stay right here.
Yeah, might be a good setup, you know, staying. Uncharacteristic for him to miss the cork as Kevin's stepping up, and that is the third leg underway. As we are continuing on. And again, it is cork every leg, so Mark's going to take the lead for this fourth out of best of 5.
Who we have up internationally?
Internationally, they're on the World Cup. It looks like Northern Ireland is battling against, or Ireland is against Croatia. You know, and Croatia is currently up 2-0 right there. Kevin just taking a little quick pause moment to catch himself, determine which way he wants to go, if he's going to go 19s, and he does. And not able to find a trip, and he knows how important that was. Ooh. And seen in this leg here where both guys up until that right there hadn't really hit any trips. I like that move right there by Kevin. He had closed off, got 18 points, but he noticed that one of his darts was just a little bit loose, so he adjusted to the 17s, and bam, an answer of an 8 right back at him by Mark. Closing out the 17s, closing out the 18s, getting the point lead, forcing Kevin to adjust over to another number.
You can see the sigh of relief from him, too, with that long walk back.
Yeah.
Big darts. And back to reality.
Missed a couple of the trips, but
I think that's a triple there. I think that's a second.
Oh.
7 mark there for Kevin.
Even though early on the guys weren't hitting trips that much, they're starting to hit them now with the 7s and 6s.
Yeah, they're heating up downstairs.
Yeah. When the pressure's on, they're still heating up.
Little damage control there. Shut the 7s down.
And we were able to get out there and tighten up the board.
It's amazing what you can do with duct tape.
Yeah, and a screwdriver.
All right, so here's Kevin's chance. Needs what, 5 at least?
At least.
Just gonna close. Mark is not up at least a bowl, so oh, he's going right at it.
And going back to the bull.
Gave himself a chance at match point.
Well,
Just missed.
Yeah, lucky for us, where we're at is, pretty positive that they cannot hear us.
No one said anything yet. And
3 bulls knowing that he needed 4.
it might just be they can't hear us over that light ticker.
2 bulls needed, and boom, just like that. That is the match, ladies and gentlemen. Mark McGrain moving on to the finals, going to be competing against Danny Baggish, the gambler, against McGrain.
It's gonna be a good final if they shoot like that. I mean, could go either way.
Yeah. We'll be back up here in just a few moments whenever the players get all ready and everything. All right, folks, we are back. We are live, and we're still chatless, unfortunately. But we got a great final coming up here. Got none other than gentleman you just saw in our last match, Mr. Mark McGrain, going up against Danny Baggish. It's a best of 5 USSDA National Championship on the men's side. Yes, it's a best of 5
Still
only.
in the final? Okay.
This is the final. Double, triple checked with that on there, and that's what the scoreboard's set up on. It's best of 5, but
See the seats starting to form back there.
yeah, starting to get a little bit of a, there is more of a crowd over towards the right out of the camera view watching. I can guarantee that. Everyone wanting to get a good view of this as they're battling it along. As the more and more people are starting to pour into the venue. But we'll let y'all know here from East Coast Darts. First, we appreciate everybody joining, watching, everything like that as the whole groups are up. When at the conclusion of this match, I will let y'all know at the conclusion of this match, as they are getting ready to cork it up, we will be stopping this feed because the next action is actually not going to start until 5 o'clock local time, 5 o'clock East Coast time, another hour from now. And that's where the women's pro shoot for 501 starts kicking off. And then after that, it'll be at 5:30, women's pro shoot will be kicking off. So as we are getting underway here for our corks, Mark's starting off with a nice little double bull to kick it underway, and we are underway here.
Oh, you're jumping in.
Oh yeah.
I'm not paying attention.
All right. And you know what? I've been talking with this fine gentleman that's coming over here to sit by me for during this finals here. I told him I wanted to get him in here on the action, and lo and behold, my mind is going crazy because I can't even think of his name right now.
Chuck Hudson.
This is Chuck Hudson. He is the tournament director and everything for USSDA. What all official titles do you hold with them, sir?
Pretty much all of them. CEO, president, founder, the whole 9 yards.
CEO, founder, president of. He's kind of got the market on USSDA.
It's kind of like me with East Coast Darts.
As we got a great final right here underway between Mark and Danny.
Awesome. Danny speaks for himself. He's a legend in American darts and a great player. This is the first time I've seen Mark in person, but he was the very first person to enter this event online, and he was raring to go. He's running great.
Oh, he's firing well as trying to answer that 9 mark that Danny just threw. So with the USSDA, a lot of the people may not be as familiar with USSDA, with the Sports Dart Association. Tell us a little bit about it and everything as we are continuing watching this match.
Okay, well, I founded the USSDA 6 years ago in July. We got a group of advisors together, and we just knew we wanted to do something. We thought we had an opportunity to kind of fill in things that were falling through the crack in the American game, and I was fortunate enough to find some people that were just as interested in it as I was. I created a group of advisors, and we kind of laid down the foundation. And one of the first things we figured out is that we needed some base capital to get this organization started. So I went to 13 individuals and asked them for a small donation to give us a base capital. And it's probably one of the hardest things I ever had to do is ask for money. But told them the dream, and they all were happy to do so. And one of the very great advisors that I had in this process was right here in Broward County, Stephanie Mincy, the former tournament director down here, and very big in the Florida Dart Association. She's the one that had so many good ideas in the beginning, and we brought the youth nationals down here originally, and off we've gone. We've grown every year, and we continue adding events. We added We started out with a 501 championship for men and women. We added a cricket championship for both the next year and a youth championship. And then last year we ran the first ever military national championship, which we've also had this year up in Asheville, North Carolina. So we've got new things on the table, and we just love the game of darts, and it's our honor to serve the dart community.
Is that military one for ones like me, the old retiree too?
It's for anybody in active duty, current duty, veteran, disabled, the whole 9 yards.
There you go. And don't worry, folks, I'm still watching the match here. Just a great battle. Both guys shooting mid-fours for this. It's a point battle back and forth between 16s and 17s with Mark and Danny. Had someone throwing out. I am able to pull up some of the Facebook. We lost our chat feed on the side here for some reason, but I'm able to pull up. And someone asked a while ago who won on the women's side on there, and that was Sandy Hudson.
Sandy Hudson beat Paula Murphy. It's the third time they've played in a cricket national championship, and the first time Sandy's gotten the best of her.
Yeah, when I was out there talking with them afterwards, Paula's like, "Yep, you finally beat me. She finally beat me. She'd been talking about, I've never beat you in the cricket." That was the fifth overall time that they had met.
In the finals, right?
In the finals there. With the third meeting in cricket and the others in 501. So that shows you the quality. And if you miss that match, you could always pull it back up, from our feeds and everything, as we are still going through back and forth. Mark has a little bit of a point advantage. Danny trying to gain back on the bullseyes.
These two players throw really a fast pace, and
yeah, they do have a good pace for one another. Don't drop that. As he's getting a little bit of a phone call here. If it's anything like my guys, it might have been a telemarketer, or as the spam risk, or any of them others out there. So, as Danny closes out that first leg, 1-0, as we're getting ready to move on to our next second leg. And yes, so this best of 5, they will cork each leg. And again, Mark taking advantage. He'll start this second leg. So, what's coming up next for USSDA?
Next month at the Charlotte Open in Charlotte, North Carolina, we run our Cricket National Championships 501. In that event, P.J. Stewart, who was playing today in today's field, will be trying to win his 4th youth championship on our side, and he's also won several times on the ADO side. He's trying to top the great Asia Jalbert to win the most national championships in American history.
Well, there you go. And if you've never watched P.J. Stewart play, well, he's got the moniker of the Beast for a reason. The kid is good. As all players,
Not only is he good, he just graduated from high school. Got his plans to go to college and eventually the Air Force and become a pilot. So
there you go.
Kid has just got it together right now.
Well, I can tell you, after for me, 24 years, retired Air Force. Air Force is a good way to go.
Absolutely, I'm ex-Navy myself. So.
Well, thank you for your service, sir,
yours as well, sir.
And for all that you do here within the darting community.
Well, I love the sport, and I'm fortunate enough to meet some great people, and I just love giving back.
Yeah, I mean it's a great community. As we see both of these guys, Mark's kind of taken a little bit of an advantage in this, where Danny has missed a couple of trebles. Mark's able to jump out to a little bit of a bigger lead on here, trying to battle his way back, and wants to trying to level this at one leg each. I like that move right there, where he blocked himself with that second dart on the 16 and went to a bull
with no hesitation.
Yeah, like second nature to him right there.
Right.
Danny fires back with a nice little 5 mark on the 16s. He's still trailing on a point total. That's a trip 8 right there.
Looks like.
Making a decision. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. He threw at the 18, but almost hit a 20. You know, does give Danny a bit of an opportunity. You know, but Danny would not have been able to get ahead completely with the 3 darts in his hand. You know, Mark may, yeah, he's going up there at 18s, trying to work that. Well, he had a pretty solid early lead. You know, Danny's just debating on which route he wants to go. See if he goes back to 16s for more points or takes a shot at the 18s. And he looks like he's took a shot at the 18s, back for more 6s. Again, this is the finals here for the men's cricket national championship for the USSDA. And if you want to find out more information about the United States Sports Dart Association, go visit them at their website, UnitedStatesDarts.com.
.com. Right.
Yep. United States Darts, all one word, .com. You know, get involved with them out there. You know, like I said, with the work that they do, even for the veterans. You said you've got handicap leagues or tournaments.
No, not handicap, but youth leagues and
youth leagues.
And cricket.
Okay, but youth leagues, adult, it's cricket. It's 501. As Danny fires in a nice little 5 bull action right there.
I'd like to say that we also run a Challenger series, which is a long format 501. And these are nice events attached to tournaments, one-day events, where it's a relatively low entry fee at $20 and a 90% pay, or I'm sorry, 80% payback, or no, 90% payback. And these tournaments are perfectly set up to run as a standalone event, as we just had one in Huntsville, Alabama that ran that way. But they're great for tournaments as well. So, you know, I know a lot of tournaments out there, they've got to meet a bar number, they've got to meet a hotel number, and these kind of events bring people in early and help with that whole process.
We saw in the last little bit there, you know, Mark took a shot needing a double. Yeah, that's good. 2 bulls required for Danny. You know, that right there puts him ahead. He may stay on the bull. All right, he decides to close out the 18s, force Mark over to 15s. Mark just, yeah, it looks like he took a shot instead of staying there. That puts darts in Danny's hand, needing 1 bull and a trip 15. He'll probably take a shot at it. He's just double checking his math to make sure. Again, for everybody out there joining, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, or on YouTube, and there it is. That is the second leg right there, going to Danny Baggish. Okay, if you look on the scoreboard ticker for the stream, you see on their sets also. Pay no attention to that. That was just a carryover from the previous. Okay, all we care about right now, it is 2-0 right now for Danny Baggish on this best of 5. But 2-0. Not based on set play or anything else along those lines. That one by Mark's name is from whenever they carried his name over from the previous match where he had defeated in the semifinals Kevin Luke.
Right.
Out there, so.
And this is the first year that the USSDA has been sponsored by Target, and just an amazing company to work with. And this is our 3rd national this year, and we've got one more in Charlotte next month. But this is a fine Aspar board, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback on it from the players, both here and at previous tournaments. And got to admit, it looks pretty sharp on a feed.
Well, I know that there's some people, and this is just me from mine that I've seen. Some people are talking about how the numbers around there. Some like that style of numbers around the outer edge of those aspar boards. Some don't like them. They would like a
Correct.
bigger, smaller, whatever. To me, it's how is the quality of the board itself holding the darts and everything, and that's what I think.
The board is tighter packed than most boards on the market,
Yeah.
and therefore really durable.
Yeah.
The number ring, I hear the same comments myself. But one thing I would do like about the number ring is no matter how you rotate it, the numbers are facing up at you. They're not upside down or sideways, look to the left, looking to the right. So, there's so many quality dart boards out there in the world, and we're just happy to be associated with fine people at Target and using their equipment.
It's always nice whenever we get all those extra good sponsors and such out there. As both these guys here in this third leg, firing away, points back and forth. Now, like you had mentioned before, this was your first time seeing Mark, and my first time also seeing him. But it looks like he's got great composure. He's got a really nice follow through, smooth throw.
Smooth stroke, yes.
Yeah. That he's wearing just a plain polo, so if any of y'all are out there, maybe this boy needs some sponsors.
It looks like he's
Yeah.
throwing well enough to have that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, if he's here in the finals, he is here in the finals against Danny Baggish in the USSDA Cricket National Championship. That tells you the boy's got some gumption to come play. Baggish firing it in. Is that a six-bullet, a super hat trick? Some people call it. Great darts by him, even with the little pause on there. And again, for everybody else out there joining us, again, I know our if y'all are out there chatting, I do apologize. Our chat feed is down. Tim Neal, I know you're out there watching from the indie group and all that. Big shout out to you and everyone else. A lot of the Philly faithful are watching. Hope everyone is enjoying this darts. And again, at the conclusion of this, we're going to be stopping the stream. We'll end up getting back whenever the pro shoot kicks off.
Which is still on schedule.
It is still on schedule, as Danny just missed the trip 15, and that would have been the decider. Let's see how Mark handles this.
Ooh,
4 marks, 60 points in.
that helps.
Definitely helps. Yeah. I think Danny's going to go ahead and, close that off, which would require now.
Mark needs a big shot.
He needs 16s and bulls. There's the 16s. Got to look at the bull. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, Danny took a chance, and Mark said, "I got you." Great end right there by Mark McGrain. He see how much that meant to Danny. He was acting like he was going to kick Mark a little bit.
He's still got his hand over his mouth over here.
Oh my goodness. Man. But that's the kind of stuff we want to see. We're up now. It's 2-1. 2-1 now for Danny. I don't think he'll make that mistake again.
No, Danny's actually played in our events before he went over to England and stuff like that. He's never quite broken through and won one, but he's really been in a lot of finals and semifinals, and it's the first time Mark's played, so again, just impressive showing by him.
We got a first timer over here.
A first time or with Danny?
No,
Mark?
Mark's first time.
Mark's first time,
in
yeah.
our USSDA events.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Philly faithful. I do want to give you guys credit. Sitting here talking to a Cowboys fan, that's pretty stiff. Because you're like half and half, right?
No,
no,
I'm from Texas. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Two Philadelphia Opens ago, Troy muted both microphones, but touchdown Cowboys!
Well, I tell you, I'm one of the few Cowboy fans that I know that does not hate the Eagles. And I'm pretty sure there's no Eagle fans that do not hate the Cowboys.
Yeah. But it was interesting being, because I lived up and around that area for 14, 15 years. And yes, I received all kind of Philadelphia love. We'll call it that.
Yeah, a brotherly love. Yeah.
Towards my team and all that. You know what though? I still thought it was extremely funny whenever I see quite a number of the people up in that area that were also Cowboys fans.
I'm not originally. I'm from Virginia, and when I grew up as a kid, the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Colts were the teams in my area. Two teams that I guess technically exist in different names now. But anyway, I was at my grandmother's house. I was about 9 years old, and all the guys were in the den watching television. And I was playing with my Army man on the floor. I wasn't even watching. And my granddad asked me who I was pulling for. And I looked up and I saw a star on a helmet. And I said, I'm pulling for the Star Team. And to quantify that, in my hometown of Roanoke, Virginia, is the world's largest man-made star. It sits on top of Mill Mountain, and you can see it from all over the valley. So I get it quite honest.
Well, there you go. Meanwhile, in this game here, this is our fourth leg here, Danny was starting to take a little bit of advantage, but Mark started coming back, hitting solid trebles, hitting 6 marks, and everything, trying to get the points back. Is Danny going to take a look at the 17s? Looks like he may stay down there, closes that out, and going back up for more points on the 20s. Yep. It's just great stuff back and forth. Both of these guys are hitting. I mean, whenever you're seeing in this leg right here, it's a 9 mark there. Yeah, 9 mark on the 16s for Mark.
And they've been going at it for hours, and they're not showing any sign of wear and tear or being tired.
Yeah, action started this morning at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
This morning, and we're already coming up on 4 o'clock. So for all of you that are, winding down early for the weekend, these guys are just now winding up. And if you're still around, you know what? Get on down here, okay? Come down here. Boca Raton, Florida, Cherry Bomb International, host of the Broward County Dart Association, as we're coming to you live, the Men's Finals National Championship Cricket for USSDA, United States Sports Dart Association. Go out, visit their website, UnitedStatesDarts.com. Find out about their great organization, tournaments that might be coming in and around your area. Charlotte next month.
Charlotte, we got Myrtle Beach in October. A couple Music City in July. There's a couple of associations that run events coming up.
Absolutely. Great job, great organization. As Danny's unable to find the bull, and we already know Mark can hit it pretty well, as evident with that last leg. But 3 bulls is all Danny needs for the title. And 2 there. So I think we're kind of winding down towards the, possibly towards the end. Unless there's that's 75 points. He's staying there. Nice little ton. It's going to force Danny. Danny's got 2 houses in the 20s and 15s that he can still point on.
And point he does.
And he does. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your champion. So again, we want to thank you for joining us back here.
Thank you. And I agree with you. Come on out to the Cherry Bomb International. This is a great tournament. Gets pulls a lot of draw from the Northeast, and even the Caribbean nations come and show for it. And be here all weekend. It'll be a great event to come see. Come on down and see us.
Well, thank you again for joining us
there.
there.
Thank you for having us here, Guy. I really do appreciate it.
I know you got work to do to go take photos with the winners and everything else out there. As again, that was the USSDA, United States Sports Dart Alliance. I kept saying association. It's the Alliance. Cricket National Championships, coming to you live here in Boca Raton, Florida at the 2023 Cherry Bomb International. And your winner there, Danny Baggish, the gambler. Great job by him. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have our the women's and men's pro singles. They're going to be kicking off here starting in about 50 minutes, in which we've already talked with the tournament director and everything. And once they start getting those going and everything, they're going to be feeding us matches. So what we're going to end up doing right now, we're going to try and work to get our streams, our chat feeds back up. But we are going to be ending our stream at this time. So within about the next 45 minutes, set your notifications, get it back up, stick around with us.
Go
All
home,
right,
get
folks?
some food, grab a beer, sit on the couch.
If you're
Put
not
the
on,
stream on.
if you're not on your way here, go kick back, kick it up onto the big screen, whatever it is, whether you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. We will be back, in approximately 45 minutes.